morning. We're here. I think I'm like a minute late. I'll just be here until you guys come. My kids are upstairs painting on rocks, which you would think we could do without drama. I don't know that that's going to happen. They only have like 100 paintbrushes and 400 rocks, so what could possibly go wrong? So if you hear any yelling or screaming, everyone's fine. It's just a fight over who got the rock that was roundest or whose looks more like a turtle or something of that nature. Hey guys! See people starting to show up. If you're flowing along with the music, go ahead and start your playlist over the next, minute or so. If you're just gonna flow in silence, that's fine. And we're gonna start in child's pose. If you don't like child's pose, you can be on your back. You'd rather be in a seat. You're at home, right? So maybe you want to be in a seat with your back up against a wall. Nobody's looking. Somewhere soft. Somewhere you can rest. I think we're all feeling a little bit of fatigue right now. It's not the fatigue of I've been doing so much and I've been so spread too thin. Like, we're used to that feeling, and that's different. This one, we're getting enough sleep, right? We're doing less. We have plenty of rest time, but we're still tired. Everyone I talk to feels tired, feels worn, feels weary. So while you're in your child's pose or your meditative seat or on your back, start checking in. What's your level of energy? Not what do you think it should be because I slept for 8 hours last night and I didn't do anything yesterday, and what is it, right? Your energy level is tied to your subconscious mind, and that's the piece of that iceberg that's under the water. It's a part of you that generates your feelings and your thoughts, and it manages through all of this stuff. So while we're all being strong and we're all putting that positive face and really feeling that with that 20% of our mind that is our conscious mind, there's that other part underneath that's just kind of wrestling with all this uncertainty. And it's not getting rest just because you're going to sleep. It's not getting rest because you're sitting on the couch watching Netflix. And for some of us, the only rest that part of our minds gets is when we can slow it down and calm and come to our yoga mat. And so your yoga practice for the next little while might be less intense than it used to be. You might feel more of a need for calm and for stillness and for softness. Honor what you need and give yourself the rest you need. Don't trick yourself into thinking that, oh no, I just need to keep pushing. Sometimes you do. Sometimes you need the other end. This is only about self-care. It's fun and I like teaching the fun stuff, but it's more about self-care than doing a handstand. So if you haven't transitioned to that long Ujjayi breath, start lifting the pelvic floor, lifting the navel. You're going to feel your midsection engage. Use your diaphragm to breathe deep in and out. And take the next 4 or 5 breaths here before you make your way to hands and knees. When you get to your hands and knees, start some cats and cows. Adding that last piece of your breath, restricting the throat so your exhales take on that raspy ocean sound. where you're stiff or where you're sore. Checking your breath. It's not too fast. It's not out of rhythm. Maybe you're looking over the right shoulder and the left. Maybe you've come back to child's pose because it wasn't enough time down. Maybe you come up into an up dog or a cobra, looking over each shoulder. Give yourself 8 or 9 more breaths, doing whatever you need to do. Before we meet up in that downward facing dog. Probably 5 breaths more. When you're ready, the toes curl under, the hips lift. Walk it out, bend the right knee, bend the left. Spread your fingers out, index fingers point forward. We're lifting the pelvic floor, lifting the navel. The breath is loud enough that you can hear it. In and out through the nose. And then we're going to inhale, and we're going to lift that right leg. Give it a nice slow bend, twist open. We roll the ankle, fan the toes. If this is your first movement of the morning, give yourself a few breaths right here. And then we're going to exhale, and that right knee is going to come into the chest. Shift your weight forward, like we're going to take off, bringing weight into the hands. Inhale, lift that right leg up behind you. Do that same thing again. Shift the weight forward, knee into the chest. Inhale, 3-legged dog. One more. Exhale. And inhale, 3-legged dog. Walk your hands back. It's going to be standing splits at the back. Don't expect much from your standing splits back here. We just got started moving. Take an exhale. That right knee curls into the chest from here. Bring yourself forward. Bring the knee with you. Step it up. Come down to the shin in the back. And then lift up to your kneeling crescent. So bring your hands this first time to this quadricep and push down with your foot until this feels hard. So if your leg feels soft, you're cheating. Don't cheat. Push down with the top of your left foot and then lift the arms up. And we want to pretend that we're drawing our legs toward an imaginary line so the inner thighs activate. From here, we're going to exhale. We're going to take a sweep of the hands back, pulling the chest forward. Curl the back toes under. Inhale to lift up to your full crescent, still engaging the legs. Exhale, bring the hands down, step that back foot up. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, look halfway out. And exhale to fold and hang. You can grab opposite elbows or you can let the arms dangle. Deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth side out. And then on an inhale, you're going to ripple all the way up. Bring the arms up overhead. Reach the fingers up. Shoulders down. Engage your glutes so the tailbone draws down. Push down through all 4 corners of your feet. Lift your kneecaps by engaging the quadriceps. Get active in this pose. Exhale, hands to heart center. Your core, that ring of muscle around your waist, should feel strong and solid when we're here. It's not soft. Inhale to lift. We're going to side bend to the right. Interlace your fingers. Flip the palms up. And as you exhale, side bend that right side. Take a breath here. Inhale to lift. And exhale, side bend left. Take a breath over here. It's really awkward. Do it anyway. Inhale, we're going to lift. Cactus arms. Open that chest. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale, we're going to halfway up. Exhale, plant the hands, step your feet back, your high plank. High plank can be on the knees too. Mindful of what we need today, and it might not be a push. Rock yourself forward so the chest is over the thumbs. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, lift the chest, find your up dog. Exhale, the hips come up and back, downward facing. Deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth, sigh it out. Back to that engaged Ujjayi breath. Lift the left foot. Nice bend, twist open on this side. No real rush. And then on an exhale, that left knee comes to the nose. Shift your weight forward. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring the knee to the nose. Again, knee to the chest. Shift the weight forward. One more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, knee into the chest. Inhale, lift it up. Walk the hands back, standing split. Waking up the hamstrings. Exhale, that knee curls into the chest. Walk your hands forward. Step that foot up down to the shin in the back. Lift up. Bring the hands to the quadriceps. Push down with both feet. Bottom of the left foot, top of the right foot. Push down. And then lift the arms up. Back to your breath. Giving your body just enough to do that it's not bored. Exhale, we pull the chest forward. Find that supported lightning bolt. As we inhale, we curl the toes under and lift up to our full crescent. And then we're going to exhale to that Uttanasana. We bring the hands down and we step the back foot up. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale to lift. Interlace the fingers, the palms flip up. Exhale, side bend, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale to lift, open the chest. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale, halfway up. This time as you exhale, plant your hands, step or flow back, half vinyasa. Come back to your breath. That was the first time through. So we'll take it a little faster the next time. The left foot is planted, the right leg lifts on the inhale. Exhale, knee to the chest, shift the weight forward. Inhale, lift it up behind you. Do that again. Knee to the chest, bring the weight forward. Inhale, lift, one more time. Exhale, the knee comes in. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, walk your hands back. Take your next exhale, that knee curls into the chest again. Walk your hands forward. Step it up. Down to the shin. Kneeling crescent. Supported lightning bolt. High lunge. Standing at the front. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold in. Belly to the thighs if you can. Inhale, ripple all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale to lift. Interlace the fingers, flip the palms up. Side bend right. Inhale, center. Side bend left. Inhale, center. Take that standing back bend. You don't have to. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, plant the hands, step or float back, half vinyasa. If you're working on that float, make sure you're lifting the pelvic floor and the navel before you try to lift your feet up. Inhale, the left leg lifts. Exhale, knee to the chest. Inhale, three-legged dog. Do that again. Exhale in, inhale, lift. One more time. Walk the hands back, standing splits. Take a breath. And then on the exhale, the knee curls in. We come back forward, step it up. Down to the shin in the back. Kneeling crescent. Supported lightning bolt to our full crescent. And then we're going to bring the hands down. Standing fold at the front. Inhale, half lift and fold on the exhale. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale to lift. Interlace the fingers. Exhale, side bend right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Open the chest. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale, halfway up. So this is what I was talking about right here. Lift the pelvic floor and the navel again. Hold them up. Plant the hands. Bend your knees. And then as you lift the hips up, you slide the legs back. You'll get it. It's harder to do when you're talking. All right, we got one more time through. I'll lightly cue you. If you know where you're going, just go ahead and take it. Inhale, right leg lifts. 3 times, knee to the chest. A full breath in that standing splits at the back. Then the knee comes in and we bring it forward for that kneeling crescent to lightning bolt to crescent. Standing at the front. All the way up, hands to heart. You've got a side bend to each side. So we inhale to lift. Side bend right. And then to the left. Standing back bend if they're there, and then fold it in. Lift the pelvic floor, navel, inhale halfway up. Plant the hands, don't overthink it. Half vinyasa. And last time on the left, so that left leg lift and we bring it into the chest 3 times. Full breath and standing splits. Exhale, knee to the chest, walk forward, bring the foot down, shin down in the back. Kneeling crescent to lightning bolt to crescent. Standing at the front. Inhale, rise up, bring the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, lift. Last side bend, right and left. Any version you want to take. And then fold it in. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, plant the hands, step or float your feet back. Half vinyasa. You can stay in downward facing dog or you can come down to child's pose. Either one. Take a few breaths. Checking back in with your energy level. Sometimes when we're dealing with that weird kind of fatigue from overwhelm, a little bit of movement brings it off. We don't get more tired from doing. So this is that balance we need to strike, right? We need to do enough that we're feeding ourselves, but we need to give ourselves enough rest to understand that we're processing a lot. And you're doing a really good job. We all are. And we're going to be fine. We just need to keep putting one foot in front of the other, doing the next right thing. Sometimes it's easier said than done. Come back to your breath. Lifting up pelvic floor and navel. So even though we're resting, we're not really resting. We're still working that transverse abdominis. Those breaths are probably a little deeper and longer than they were. Give yourself 3 or 4 more down. to hands and knees. You're not done with 3 or 4. I'm just saying where you're going. I'm just telling you where to go. It's kind of fun for me. And then, come to a seat. So we've had some requests to work on handstand, and I was going to do handstand today, except handstand is a lot of core. And I think what we're going to do instead is going to be 8-angle pose, because there's a way to use 8-angle pose to build a handstand, and that doesn't make sense. But it does once you figure it. Like the anatomy of a handstand, it's not so much, we think about shoulders and arms, but those are pretty well locked in. When you're in a handstand, your strength has to come from your core and your hip flexors. So by working those, we work your handstand. So it'll make sense once I show you where we're going to go here. So we're going to take, let's go on the right side first. So your left leg can come long. You're going to grab your right, outside of your right foot with your right hand, and you're going to pull your knee into your armpit. And if you can, you're going to pull it back beyond. So, right, my knee is going beyond my armpit, but it's right next to my body. And I'm going to probably feel that right up in here, hip flexor, right? Which I was just talking about. Couple breaths here. Left leg can be wherever is comfortable. And then we're going to cross it. That left elbow comes in, and the right arm comes to meet it. And we're going to pull that leg in like we're cradling a baby. Right? You can rock it if you want. All right, now, take your left hand, grab the foot. Take your right arm, we're going to bring it underneath. So for those of you who do Ashtanga, when we're in a Marichasana A where we come down here, it's similar in concept, right? So what I have to do is I have to get my shoulder kind of in line with this knee. Then I'm going to lift this right foot up so I can bring my right arm underneath and I can hang my leg. If you look at my arm, there's a decent bend here. That's because I'm pulling myself forward. Here. So I need a hook there so that leg can rest. I'm going to squeeze, but it's got to also be able to rest there. This is the part that helps with handstand. I'm going to inhale and lift up. This here, if you can get this leg to come up, what you're doing is you're working this quadricep, you'll know, your hip flexor and your core. They have to work together to lift that leg up. Once you get here, crossing over, and then we straighten the legs and we bring your chest down a little bit. That's not nearly as hard as this part right here. That's the part that's working all that muscle, right? You can do the same thing on the left. The left leg can come long, and this right knee is going to come in. Actually, no, I lied. We're going to do this. This left leg is going to come in. Right leg is now long. Same thing. So we're opening up the hip. Might be tighter, might be less tight on this side. And then we're going to cross it over like that cradling of the baby. I don't hear any noise from the rock painters upstairs. It must be working. All right. Coming back to that sort of Marichasana A concept. Bringing the arm underneath, making that shelf, right, so it can hook. If I don't have enough bend here, this pose is almost impossible. So this has to be able to happen. Then, lift that leg up. It might be harder and it might be easier. Usually our strength isn't the same. That crossover, coming down, right? So I can show you that again. The strength portion of this pose is right here. Then this right leg crosses over that left, and we squeeze the elbow with the knees as we come forward. Right? So give yourself a few times, Give yourself a few minutes, a couple minutes to play with that. We're gonna go back to the right side. Left leg comes long. You're already warmed up, so now it's bringing that right arm underneath. Left leg lifts, crosses over. If you're bored and you already know 8 angle pose, fine, try to come back into this one. And then bring the leg back through, back to your 8 angle pose. Take it on the other side, right? Take it back. Bring it forward. One side's going to be easier than the other. It's not weird if that happens. Give yourself maybe another 10 breaths to finish up. And I'll meet you back in child's pose because I know you're going to be tired. Doing new things. Standing on your hands, even when it's low, is a new thing. It's not, by new I mean something you don't do all the time, right? Even if you have an inversion practice, that's still not where you normally are, you know, unless you invert for a living. But for most of us, even if we have a really solid 8 angle pose or a handstand practice, what are we in there for, what, a minute a day? It's not normal. So it's hard, and it's going to take your breath away. It's going to get your heart rate up. So slow down, collect your breath again. Lifting the pelvic floor, lifting the navel, right? We want to be able to keep our whole practice with those lifted. That's where all of your balance, all your inversions, you're going to hear me talk about that every time we go through one of these new workshopy poses. That's what we're lifting. That's the part of you that has to work. All right, make your way to hands and knees. If you want some cats and cows, you can take the cats and cows. If you want anything else between here and your, excuse me, got something showing up here. Here and your downward facing dog, take it. We will meet in downward facing dog. Whenever you're ready. And I have no idea when that is. So here we are. I'm in downward facing dog. You can be there or not. I'm going to give you a chance to play. Oh, actually, I'm going to turn around. Play with your 8 angle pose during this second flow. So we're going to inhale. The right leg is going to come up. We're going to exhale, right knee to the right elbow. Those of you who want to climb aboard, you're going to be able to climb aboard there. For now, inhale to lift up. Exhale, bring it to that left elbow. You can actually climb aboard here too. Inhale to lift. Pivot and plant the back foot all the way up to your warrior B. Bring your hands to your waist the first time we're here. Most of us have this going on in warrior B. Feels good, but this is not right. So my hands come to my waist and I can tell I need to pull that left hip down. And then, it says I had a poor wireless connection, but my wireless connection doesn't agree. So it'll just be a mystery. So we're warrior B, right? Straight up and down. Inhale to your reverse, look up, find your hand, it should be up there, up over your nose. We're gonna exhale, prayer twist. We're gonna bring hands in prayer. As you exhale, you're gonna hook your left elbow on the right knee. If you wanna roll. All right, I switched over. My Wi-Fi is working fine, but my phone doesn't want, everything else is connected. I don't know. So we're gonna come down here. So we're here. This is where you can throw in your 8 angle pose. If you have a compass pose, you can throw that in. If you just want a tiger lunge back and forth, that's fine too. 8 angle pose we were working on. So we're gonna move that elbow underneath and we're gonna swing the leg over. From here, this is harder than from here, right? So if you want to move your leg in first and play with lifting and lowering, because all that movement has to come from that hip flexor, right? It's also good for your handstand. So play there. Then we're going to inhale back to our warrior B. We're going to exhale to a dragonfly twist. Inhale, lift that arm up, and exhale, standing splits. From here, those of you playing with a handstand, you can hop, you can jump. The rest of us are going to inhale up, exhale, tree. Pull that left knee out to the side. Inhale, marionette. Exhale, eagle. So that left leg crosses over, the left arm comes under. Inhale to lift. Exhale, crunch it in. Inhale, back to your marionette. Exhale, we're going to send that leg back, 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 back. With as much control as possible, land the toes down. Inhale to lift. And exhale, bring the elbows down. From here, you can come into a humble warrior, or you can take a side plank, or you can just take a half vinyasa. We're all going to want something different. Everyone does. No two practices are going to be the same. All right, so from there, we're going to be on the left. You don't need to switch around to just me. I want you to be able to see what I'm doing. Step the left foot up. Pivot and plant the back foot, warrior B. Set it up. So we bring the hips forward if they need to. We don't want to be in this one. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, prayer twist. Inhale, reverse revolve. So we come up onto the ball of the back foot and that right hand comes up overhead. And exhale, drop down to your tiger lunge at the back. Add in your compass pose. 8 angle pose, whatever you're adding in. There's plenty of spots to play. If you just want to go back and forth, tiger lunges are there. We're going to meet up in that warrior B. And then we're going to exhale to our dragonfly twist. Take an inhale there. Exhale, standing splits. Playing with your handstand or your hops or whatever you play with, or we're going to come up into a tree. And then we're going to inhale, marionette. Exhale, eagle. We've got the right leg on top, so the right arm goes under. Inhale. Exhale, bring the elbows down. Inhale, we're going to open the leg, get the leg back up, untangle. Exhale, send that leg to the back with as much control as possible. Inhale to lift. Exhale, bow in. Humble warrior, forearm plank, side plank, half vinyasa. All right, we're going to be on the right side. So, it'll be a couple of breaths here, and then inhale, the right leg is going to lift. Exhale, step it up. Inhale, warrior B. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, prayer twist. Inhale, reverse revolve. Exhale, drop down, tiger lunge. Play with what you're playing with. Meet up in your warrior B. Exhale, dragonfly twist. Inhale there. Exhale, standing splits. Inhale, lift all the way up. Exhale, eagle. Inhale, the elbows reach out. Exhale, they crunch in. Inhale, marionette legs. You can let go of the bind with the arms if you need to. Exhale, send it to the back. Set it down. Inhale, lift. And exhale. Elbows come in. Give yourself 5 breaths, whether you take them with the elbows in, whether you come down to humble warrior, whether you take them in a side plank. And then take your half vinyasa. And we'll be on the left. Left leg lifts. Step it up. Warrior B. Side angle. Reverse. Prayer twist. Reverse revolve. Come back down. Do what you do. Whether it's compass pose, 8-angle pose, some version of something. Warrior B. Dragonfly twist. Standing splits. Making your way to your tree. Marionette, eagle. So if you want to skip all this and just play with handstand, that's fine too. Just options. Inhale to lift. Exhale, bring the elbows down. Five breaths. Hands are going to press. Send the leg back, half vinyasa. Take a few breaths. Grounding back in. Coming back to here, to now. And then if the right leg that lifts, step it up. Warrior B, if you know where you're going, go. I'll just lightly cue you. Side angle to a reverse, to a prayer twist and a reverse revolve. Tiger lunge. Do your thing. To a warrior B. Dragonfly twist. Standing splits. Playing with your handstand or coming up to our tree pose. Inhale, exhale, eagle. Inhale, the elbows lift. Exhale, they crunch in. Inhale, that left knee comes up. Exhale, send it back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bring the elbows down. Half vinyasa. And then it's the left. Left leg lift. Step it up. Warrior B. Side angle. Reverse. Prayer twist. Reverse revolve. Tiger lunge. Do your thing. You could decide you don't want to play every time you're here, and that's fine. You can just go back and forth a few times. You don't have to do the same thing every time you're there. Come back up. Exhale brings you to that dragonfly twist. Take an inhale here. Standing splits. Inhale to lift, exhale tree. Inhale marionette legs, eagle. Inhale, exhale to crunch it in. Inhale, marionette legs, exhale, send it back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bow in. You got 5 breaths on this side. And then there's a half vinyasa. And then guess what? One more time through. So ground back in. Take a few breaths. We have time. So don't rush. And when you're ready, the right leg is going to lift. You're going to step it up. Warrior B. Go where you go. If you forgot where to go, make it up. Just doing what you do. There's nothing wrong with however yours decides to look. Whatever you skip and whatever you add in. Meeting in a seated fold when you're finished. Legs could be out long or the legs could be out wide. You could pull yourself in or you could yin it out, just round. Take an inhale to lift. Flex your feet. Bring your fingertips kind of in front of your hips-ish and lift the legs up. So it's not boat, it's all leg, right? And I have to have my fingers there to hold me. Walk them forward. Do it again. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. One more time, walk them forward. Keep your feet flexed. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Now inhale, come back up to your seat. Boat. Exhale, we're going to lower all the way down as slow, 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 slow. Hug your knees in. Plant your feet behind the sits bones. Bring your hands next to your hips, and on an inhale, we lift the hips up for that bridge. Exhale, lower down, take a breath. If you're going into wheel, there's a wheel here. We're going to do 2 more back bends. So on an inhale, lift. 2. One more time, lift. Lift what you can lift. A few more breaths. Exhale, lower it down, and we're going to hug your knees in. Give yourself a squeeze, a gentle rock side to side. Set your left foot down, cross your right ankle over the left knee. This might be where you want to be today, or you pull the left leg toward you. Do it anyway, Crystal. I love you. If you need something different, take your right hand, press the inside of that right knee away. Exhale. And we're going to lower down. We're going to uncross the legs. And we're going to take that left ankle over the right. Give it a breath. Pull it in. You might stay here. You might press that left knee away. More breaths yet on this side, so figure out where you need to change it up. If you start to notice the sensation gets too little, add something in. If it's too much, you know what to do. And then eventually, we're going to let that right leg come down, the left leg uncrosses. Keep your knees together, heel toe your feet out for that constructive rest pose. So we keep the knees together and we let the heels rest. And we should feel that up through the backs of the glutes and maybe that hip flexor, maybe into your psoas. Yes, you could. Couple breaths here. And then walk those feet back in. Extend them up. Find your candlestick. Heels are going to lift up to the ceiling. You can stay here or you can move into shoulder stand. For shoulder stand, we bring the feet overhead. You shimmy your shoulders under you. And then lift the legs up. Going as close to vertical as you can. This is one of those poses that sometimes it's good to do in front of a mirror because you might find you thought you were vertical, but it was more like this, right? So try to get your feet straight up. Your chin is going to be digging into your chest. Five more breaths. And then an exhale brings those knees toward the forehead. Those of you who are in candlestick, you can stay in candlestick or you can hug your knees in. Give yourself 5 breaths in plow pose or ear pressure pose. And then we're going to roll out 1 vertebrae at a time, making your way back to candlestick. And from candlestick, you'll lower to fish pose as the legs lower onto the forearms and tipping the crown of your head back. Opening up that whole front of the body. Exhale, lower down and hug the knees in one last time. Open the arms in T. On an exhale, let the knees drop to one side. And then let's inhale and bring those knees through center, and exhale. We're going to take them to that other side. When you feel even, bring the knees through center on an inhale. Exhale, let the legs fall along on your mat. Bring your arms next to you with the palms up. Deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth, sigh it out. Do that again. Deep breath in. Open up, let it go. If you want a third, take a third. And when you're ready and you're soft and you're heavy into your mat, let go of your breath and let go of your practice and absorb all the goodness of your well-earned Shavasana. Bring your attention back to your breath. Wiggling. What needs to wiggle? Fingers, toes. Head goes side to side. When you're ready, stretch the arms overhead. Deep breath in. Hold it for a moment. Open your mouth, sigh it out. Hug your knees in, give them a squeeze and a gentle rock up to your seat. Hands at heart center. Bowing in. Grateful for all the strength within you. The strength that is enough to face the unexpected. Inhale, lift your chins, let that light shine out, lighting up every blessing you find today. That place in me of light and love gratefully and humbly bows before itself, shining so brightly from all of you. Namaste. Nice job, everybody. Sorry about it getting glitchy. If it glitched out, you can catch it. It'll be live, and I did pause what I was doing, so you won't be lost. Have a great day. I will see you soon. You'll all be in my thoughts and in my heart until then.